So to install the seat brackets and the seat belts, you kind of have to do them at the same time because a couple of the bolts are used for both the bracket and the seat belts. What you want to start with is taking the seat bracket itself, setting it into the floor tub, the side that has the two rectangular slots, and then all these holes along this edge, this kind of rearward facing leg, that's the inside. There is a left and a right side. So again, you want to make sure the one that has the two rectangles in the middle and then all the circles along the side here goes towards the inside. So that would make this one here the passenger side, obviously. What you can do is, before you set it down into position, you can drill out this hole here for the rear bracket. You want to drill the upper hole, both in this rear bracket and the front bracket. This one here uses a 3/8 16.5" long bolt, so you'll use the hole in the chassis bracket as reference to drill through the fiberglass as a 3/8 hole. This one here, you'll have to drill out to 1/2 inch, again the top hole. So use the hole in the bracket, you'll have to open that hole up, drill through the fiberglass. Same thing on the rear hole here for the bracket before you set the seat bracket into place. From the inside of the tunnel, you should be able to get a 1/2 inch drill bit in there to again open up the bracket on the other side of the floor tub. You'll drill that out to a 1/2 inch hole, then it will go through the fiberglass. Then you can, at that point, set the seat bracket in. You can put your 3/8 16 by 1.5" bolt in. Just leave it loose for the time being. Here, this is a 1.5" 13 by 2" long bolt. You can slide that one into position to kind of lock the outer edges of the seat bracket in position. At that time, you can come in, drill out the bracket, make sure that it's got a 1/2 inch hole. Put your bolt in from the inside of the floor tub going into the tunnel. Again, put the nut on the other side, but just leave it loose. And of course, you want to make sure that as you're going through, you put the receptacle for the seat belt over the bolt, then slide the bolt in. And for this hole here, now that you've got 3 of the holes locked down, you can then use the hole in the bracket to drill the fiberglass. Since the transmission is on that side, you cannot get the drill in there. So then now that you've got those 3 locked into position, use that as reference. Drill a 3/8 hole through the hole in the seat bracket, through the fiberglass, and then through the other side of the bracket on the other side of the chassis. Also, what I should mention here is the section of the seat belt that allows the front end to pivot. This would be the part that comes across your lap. Before you put that 1.5" 2" long bolt in, you want to take the bolt, place it through the metal hoop that you see here that comes as part of the seat belt. Place that over the end of the bolt, and then there's a sleeve that comes with the seat belt kit. It's about a 3/16 thick spacer. That one will also have to be drilled out to a 1/2 inch. Slide that over the bolt, then you can put the bolt through the bracket, through the fiberglass, and then through the other side on the chassis bracket, and you'll use the nylon lock nut to lock it down. Once you've got the seat bracket into position, you can then come in here, again use this bracket as your reference, drill through the fiberglass in the floor tub, and then the retractor, which is down the bottom of this box here, you can use the 7/16 bolt supplied with the seat belts to go through the retractor, through the fiberglass, through the bracket, and then again use the 7/16 nylon lock nut that we have on the shelf. And then for the top hole, for the pivot, there's a hole in this bracket here. Again, just remove the cover. It just kind of snaps into place. You can remove this cover, put the bolt through the hole. Again, a 7/16 nylon lock nut on the other side. Tighten it down, and then after that you can begin to tighten down the rest of your seat bracket bolts. For the 1/2 inch bolts, it's a 3/4 inch wrench and socket with the ratchet. For the 3/8 bolts, which would be the front 2, you use a 9/16 wrench and socket with ratchet.